Hey guys, look, if you ever ask yourself like how people in this world of roll-ups and acquisitions make money, or all those people you see online and tell you to make money, um, like I want to share with you as much as I can today. And I know you're probably asking like, who's this guy with this weird accent telling me how to make money? So I'll keep it super simple. Like my goal is to share with you what made me millions of dollars from either advising business buyers and sellers, and that's going to be the focus of today, but it's alongside of basically deals we were involved in and got equity in as the leader of the deal. So I want to share with you as much as I can because like just to give you an example of what's possible, like 2 weeks ago I decided to start a roll-up, which is basically taking few companies at the same space, bringing them together under one company, and we got like 8 companies interested in joining this. So we basically created a company within a few weeks that could be worth 50 to 100 million that we get 20% of. So that's what's possible when you understand this, what I'm going to go through. And overall, just to give you an idea, we were involved in more than $500 million worth of business acquisition transactions just in the last few years alone. And that's basically a transaction when someone is looking to buy a business or sell a business or join a group of other businesses like what I mentioned with a roll-up, right? And sell as a group. So I want to do this video because I want to share with you the 10 habits, or basically the reason I want to share this video is because when I shared my 10 habits, my kind of like my credo for doing roll-ups and acquisitions as an entrepreneur or advisor a few days ago, which by the way you can find in a separate video. So I shared those 10 habits that helped me make millions from this. And I mean, I got messages from people that said, okay, cool, nice habits. Obviously, a lot of people talk about it and whatnot, but when should I do them? And just random stuff, just like showing me lack of commitment. And I'm here to tell you that my skills, as much as some people say are very in-depth and good, like me knowing how to find buyers and sellers, me knowing how to find capital, me understanding legal structures, me understanding finance and accounting and financial analysis and literacy. All those are great and are important, but they were not the reason I was able to do that. They were not the reason I was able to live basically all over the world, kind of like as a global citizen in different tax jurisdictions, living on the ocean, like I'm doing for the last few years. It's more about other stuff that led me to get those results, right? So this video, I want to go through a few pointers so you understand what's really involved in getting those results, right? So I'll open my iPad and you'll see kind of like what I want to go through. So the first thing I want to explain is that being in business and being successful in business is as much of a personal journey as much as it's a business journey. Like entrepreneurship is often kind of like a personal journey masked as a business pursuit and a business journey. And in the journey of business, like you're going to have significant psychological issues and emotions to deal with. So it's as much of a psychological management as much as it's a business management. And understanding how to embrace kind of like the highs and lows that come with building a business, I mean, it's crucial. Right? Like in the beginning, obviously, if you run away from pain, then you could say it's even easier because you really have like a massive motivation to wake you up and get you focused and dedicated. But after you make some money, it's actually not that easy to wake up and work hard. So like instead of running away from pain, it's like imagine that's you, right? You run away from pain and that's why you do work. But eventually, you gotta get to a point where this is you here and you run towards impact. Otherwise, I didn't find anything that will wake me up to work as hard. Like literally, it's kind of funny. Like when you're beginning, you can put a lot of time and effort, but you don't really know much. And then when you know much, you don't really have the energy to put time and effort. And you need to find like different motivation. So it's as important to develop kind of like what we call resilience, right? And focus first of all on things that you control every single day. Like, so there are things like habits that you gotta focus on. And there are things like your vision, like visualizing exactly who you want to be. And the problem with a lot of us is that we have a lot of conflict vision. Like, we want to build $1 billion business, but we also don't want to have freedom and do nothing. And as long as you have those conflict goals, you're not going to get to your goals. So it's almost like you need to align all of you. The part of you that is lazy, the part of you that is willing to work hard, you got to align all of it to your vision. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult. So habits, like, again, if you have money or you don't, keeping your habits, sticking to your habits no matter what is super, super important. And making your word your bond. Like, you gotta keep promises that you made to yourself as important as promises that you make to other people, even more. And stick to them for a while. Like, if you made a goal a week ago and it's been a week and now you're changing your goal, it just shows that you're listening to your ego, to your opponent, to your Satan, to your whatever you want to call it, to the limited contracted part of you and not to the expanded vision, higher version of you. And you're gonna fail. You're just gonna fail. Like, if you're changing, there's a reason that companies doing quarterly meetings and weekly meetings, because we can change our goals every day. Like, every day we need to check in that we are still consistent with the goals we created a week or a quarter ago. But if we're changing things all the time based on a different vision, or we're saying, hey, you know what, I don't really want that, I want something else, you're just destroying yourself. I'm telling you, just don't do this. That's why consistency is key. And determination, right? You want to become like undeniable through this consistent effort over time with no breaks. If you put in breaks, it's no good. Like, the only time to put break is for downtime, to like the only time you want to rest, right? This is you resting on a bed. The only time you want to rest is so you could basically recover to get back and run again. Right? This is you running. Otherwise, if you want to be successful, again, you gotta have periods in life where you're just running, you're chasing. So you're gonna have lots of challenges. You need to embrace those challenges. You gotta stay resilient. Next thing, gratitude. It's gratitude for the fact that you can even have a business. Like, one of the things that I really like to do is to everything you have in life, everything you do day to day, the way to appreciate them is by imagining yourself not having them. Like, if you have your computer right now, just imagine your life. What would I do without a computer, without access to the internet? Like, my life wouldn't be as connected or interested or with as much opportunities. So it's like me thinking about how I wouldn't have what I have right now makes me appreciate things. And when I'm appreciating things, my action is coming from the right place, which is to support and impact others. So the more you're thinking about others versus just yourself, like impact over income. If you're thinking about this, like here, if you're only thinking about this, I'm telling you, you're gonna give up because you're selfish. Right? So it's kind of like almost like view yourself as a steward of what you're given. If you have this vision, like see it as something that came from above, from God, that you gotta go towards. And you're gonna have a lot of challenges that are gonna be there to test you if you're gonna do things just for yourself or for others. And as long as you do things for others, you'll see your life will become 10 times easier. So every time you take an action, ask yourself, am I doing it for only selfish reasons, or there's a reason for my action to also serve and give back? Like, I even notice it with my videos. When I create those videos, again, I don't have a massive following yet, but when I'm making videos just to make videos and get views and whatnot, because my media team is telling me to do that, then it's not as effective. And when I found out, when I'm making videos just because I'm excited to share some thoughts, I'm getting messages out of the blue from LinkedIn, from email, and higher level people. The beauty with my following, it's not big, but I'm getting the right people, like public companies, CEOs and executives, and people are out there to do buy and sell businesses or invest in businesses. And it's only when I'm coming from the right place it's happening. Otherwise, It's not really good, right? So it's leading me to the next thing, which is standards. Like, you gotta have standards for personal growth, and it's not about setting goals only, it's about engaging in rituals for self-respect, for self-love, to support you and others. Right? So you always want to strive for improvement, and to remember that, there's this interesting quote that I really like, which is, to be successful, you should never feel like you arrived, but to be happy, you need to feel like and remember that you're already there. Right? So it's like, to be happy, you need to feel like everything is already full and complete as is. But to be successful, you always need to feel like kind of like the glass is half empty, and think about things you can improve. And life is kind of like finding a way to live in the between, in the balance. So, because if you're only thinking about the half cup empty, you're just gonna, man, it's a struggle. I'm telling you, I've been living too many years like that, when I'm just thinking, okay, what can we do better? How can we improve? Because too much comfort is a lot of time is lack of progress, right? But also being too fulfilled and happy, that's the same goes there. So you need to really be careful, like, because if you're focused too much on just being happy and sitting on the beach and drinking pina coladas, you're gonna soon be suffering. I believe we're here to create, we're here to work. I believe we need to find a way to enjoy work, even if it's difficult. So, leading me to the next thing, which is focus and also self-discipline, right? So daily discipline. So it's about finding this micro focus to overcome distractions. So imagine this is our head, and every day we have like millions of thoughts trying to come to our mind, right, to our brain. And our goal is to always pick the ones, like the thoughts that are going to help us towards achieving the person we want to be. Because if we're going to listen to all of our thoughts, like some of the thoughts are going to be positive towards our vision, and some of them are going to be negative. So anything negative, judgmental, victim consciousness, with lack consciousness or thinking, we got to let them go. We got to be as aware as we can of them. Be aware of them. Be like, okay, this is a lack thought. Let me reframe it. I don't believe in lack. The universe is fully abundant. I'm part of the universe. I'm abundant. That's who I am and what I am. And you let go of that. Otherwise, if you're going to let yourself, get yourself into the negativity, it's going to destroy you. That's why meditation is key. Next one is focus on the right relationships. If you're going to focus in business more on relationships, on building relationships and adding value to people versus closing deals, you'll be more successful. It might feel like it's going to take you longer, but it's not. It's actually going to be faster. Like playing the long-term play and focus on transformation versus transactional relationship, and only thinking about what can I take. But think, okay, I met this interesting business owner or investor, what can I give him? How can I add value to his life? Because in the end of the day, financial success, like the more value you provide to the world, the more money you're gonna get. Then I think faith is super important as well. And it's about finding balance between faith and hard work. So it's like you want to pray as if everything depends on God, and you want to work hard as if everything depends on you. And every time something negative happens or triggering you, you got to embrace certainty in your faith, whatever that is, and understand that those challenges are actually opportunities. And to forget about the form world. Like, I found that the more I'm attached to things, to whatever, I want to get a house or a car, it's okay to get them. There's no problem in getting them, but the problem is that you're seeing you in them. Like, instead of seeking fulfillment in the work, in who you are, right? So it's okay to have things like, I live in the ocean, I love it, but I try to never let things have me. Never. It's okay to have things, but you don't want to let things have you. You see what I mean? So it's like finding the balance between understanding this is just a game, all this form world, it's just a game. You can't take it too seriously. And if you feel like all of who you are is your money, your business, your health, then at some point life is going to bring you struggles to remind you that the biggest relationship and the most important relationship you should have is with your creator. That's my belief as well, at least. So let me know what you think about this video. It's a bit all over the place, but those things, and then implementing the 10 habits that I created in the other video, that's what got us to make millions in dollars just from advising on deals and being involved in more than $500 million of transactions. It's those things that really matter, as much as learning the skills. So yeah, every day is an opportunity, guys. Go live the life you want. I mean, make sure your actions are aligned to your vision, and don't allow yourself to negotiate with the vision that you have for yourself. And I'm telling you, within a year, you're going to be a different person if you're going to be committed and consistent with it. So yeah, go do the work. I love you. Bye-bye.